Radio 1045 Philadelphia, music-loving friends. We are very, very excited to welcome to our AT&T Thanks Sound studio for the very first time. I love these introductory first dates. Annabelle from Miss June. Welcome, Annabelle! Thank you for being here. Playing a show tonight, full band, Kung Fu Necktie, gonna tear it up. And we have a new album to talk about, Bad Luck Party. But
Bad Luck Party.
we love Bad Luck Party, but we're all about music, music first. It's all about the music with Miss June. And so we shall start with Annabelle from Miss June. There will be a full band show this evening, but you, all the pressure, the spotlight is on you, Annabelle. Thank you for coming.
Thank
to
you.
Radio
It feels a little bit like all the spotlights on me. All right. So we just released Bad Luck Party, and this is actually the first song off the record that I'm gonna play for you. It's called Twitch.
Not used to you being alive. I don't like the color of your insides, but I'll do my best, make it worse, and I'll do my best not to make you hurt on the bed. Twitch on the bed. Used to throw my time into boys who didn't care, occasionally ones who died in love. Throw my time in the aquarium. I'm afraid to lose, but even more to win. I'm bad. Twitch on the bed. Been alright thus far. Haven't had my medication. Everyone tells me I'm losing my mind as you lie awake. I feel half asleep. Feel like I'm in a dream, in a not used to you being alive. I'm not used to you being alive. Being alive. Twitch on the bed. Twitch on the bed. Twitch on the
Thank you. I've got my drummer in the front row, and I can just I can see you tapping in time, and I can see that I'm not keeping in time with you.
That's just habit.
Every-
Stop this guy. He's wrong anyway.
Every time I play solo, I'm very much like someone that plays on my own time. Like I'll shift the time from being in time and out of time, but somehow always on my time. So to follow up the theme of playing our debut album, Bad Luck Party, I'm going to play Best Girl, which is the second song off the album. It actually comes right after Twitch. So we're going to bash through it. Let's go.
Wanna be your best girl. Wanna be the one who takes down the world. One spot in a lineup of 6, and there's a view from the top. Tell me you exist. Wanna be your best girl. Wanna be the one who takes down the world. I wanna be your best girl. Wanna be the one who takes down the world and divert my uterus and birth you all. Anarchy can only be about a girl. Anarchy can only be about a bad luck party, and nobody wins but me. It's a bad luck party, and nobody wins but me. It's a bad luck party, and nobody wins but me. It's a bad luck party, and nobody wins but me. I wanna be your best girl. Wanna be the one who takes down the world. I heard a rumor that it's a boy's world. Heard about that girl. Did you hear about her? I heard she's the best. Well, that could be me, you know. It's a bad luck party, and nobody wins but me. It's a bad luck party, and nobody wins but me. It's a bad luck party, and nobody wins but me. It's a bad luck party, and nobody wins but me. That's bad luck, that's bad luck, that's bad luck, baby. It's a bad luck, it's a bad luck, it's a bad luck party. That's bad luck, that's bad luck, it's a bad luck party. That's just bad luck, that's just bad luck party.
Thank you. We really got to go to Guitar Center and get some new pedals.
Palette.
It sounded like when I put on my fourth pedal that my amp got like thrown into a well. Like it was like, New Zealand power. Alright. I'm gonna play a song that I really like playing solo. It's called Double Negative. It's also off the album, and we don't play it much live with the band, just because it's a little bit of a quieter song, but I'm gonna play it now. Oh, thank you.
My best friend and my boyfriend live across the road, and there's no space in the middle for me to call home. I haven't been myself since I was 6 years old. I have never loved someone, only ever been sold. No time to talk, no time to I met a man, he told me he was my dad. I looked into his eyes and they were the closest I've ever had, but there was no time to talk. No time to talk. No time to. Come over, I'm not okay. I pray my daughter never feels this way. To know him once, but not today. To know his name, but see his face fade away and disintegrate. I don't know how not to hate.
Thank you.
We're down the well on Radio 104.5 with Annabelle for Miss June. I like that idea. I was like, oh, we are entering some like creepy, echoey space. That was fantastic. Miss June in town, full band show tonight at Kung Fu Necktie, and all three songs from the new album Bad Luck Party, correct?
Yes.
Will you recap the titles again for those who have memories as bad as mine? Work backwards, perhaps.
Okay, backwards. So that one's called Double Negative. The one before that was Best Girl. And the one before that was Twitch.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So that way we know what to go and hit up on Spotify and iHeartRadio and Apple Music and all of that. Nobody, to be clear, this is a introductory for us sort of thing. Nobody named June in the band. Brian Jonestown Massacre song, Miss
Yes.
June 75,
Yeah.
inspired the name. I hear so much 90s guitar goodness in the music. A little bit different what we're experiencing here in the stripped back setting. And then I see the Zero sticker on your guitar. I'm like, is that a Smashing Pumpkins thing?
I do love the Smashing Pumpkins, but that's actually a skating company, a skateboard company called Zero Skateboards.
While we're talking about stickers on the guitar, what else is on there?
I have a Supreme sticker that says "Go fuck yourself." I have I have some Friends stickers, and I have one that says goodbye, and then I stuck New Zealand on the bottom because it feels like every time I play this, I'm going goodbye, New Zealand. And then these are from my friend Smitty, who actually did the design for our 7-inch for Best Girl. These are his stickers. Yeah.
Is this your go-to number one guitar?
Yeah, it's my baby.
Yeah.
It's like the only thing I'd save if the house was burning down. Like,
Whoa.
I'd save it over, like, my cat.
Oh, sorry, kitty cat. What's your cat's name? Cats can be jerks sometimes.
I don't even have a cat. But I'm imagining a world in which I have a cat in a home and it all burns down.
Like,
It
sorry,
was,
guitar.
I mean,
sorry, kitty cat.
theoretical.
Yeah. As you put it, you are from a tiny island on the bottom of the earth. If I ever take that incredibly long plane ride to New Zealand, I don't want to know what the travel guides say I should go and do and see and eat or whatever. I want to know what you, Annabelle, think is the number one thing I need to do when I come to visit.
I think if you were coming to New Zealand, especially from a place like America, it'd be really worthwhile going to the South Island. And if you can, get a car and just drive down through what's the area that makes all the wine? We were talking about white wine today.
Marlborough?
Yeah, Marlborough. Marlborough Sounds, driving all through there is absolutely beautiful, down to Queenstown. We just have some of the most incredible untapped landscape. And it's just crazy. We have some of the best beaches in the world. We're an island, so you can kind of go an hour and a half east or west and find some of the most incredible beaches. We have black sand beaches, which are really cool. I don't know if you follow Cardi B, but when she came to New Zealand, she went to Piha, which is a really cool beach. It's all black sand and it's massive, and yeah.
So goth beaches, I
Yeah.
like that. I like that a lot. That appeals to me very, very much. What would you say is the most New Zealand thing about you and the music you make?
About us and the music we make? The most New Zealand thing about us? Yeah, I'm wearing sandals right now, I guess. I don't know what the most New Zealand thing. I think it's probably the fact that we're not trying to sound like any other bands. I feel often when I see bands from overseas, they're very it's quite derivative. It's very I want to sound like the Strokes, or I want to sound like this one band. And I think the good thing about being from New Zealand is you kind of we have quite a strange, small, unique scene. And so I'd say that's the most New Zealand thing about us.
What's the least New Zealand thing about you?
The fact that I sometimes sing in an American accent.
That's that is the strangest phenomenon
Yeah.
to me, that that accents, which are so apparent when you're speaking, just can completely disappear.
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, I do have family in America, and so I find when I'm here and when I'm around my family, I speak a lot more American-y, but definitely when we were recording, it's the vowel sounds. Sometimes when you're singing, especially if it's a pop melody, it's actually easier to sing with an American vowel as opposed to a New Zealand one, which is quite hard. Instead of hard, it's a little bit more melodic.
I could listen to you do that all day, actually.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Annabelle, or not quite yet? Are we almost there?
I don't really know, but I think we are. My ceremony in which I get my little certificate is in a month, but I've completed the studies and passed. So I think it's Dr. Annabelle.
Okay, so I have this thing I need for you to know. You probably are going to get that a lot on the road. It's interesting. So med school,
Yeah.
doing this ultimate juggling, multitasking, living your best best life thing. I'm man, I can barely do my job, go home, walk my dog, and get back up and take care of myself. Going to med school, doing the rock and roll thing. Seriously, I'm just so impressed and
thank you.
inspired. And I know you probably had to make sacrifices on both.
Yeah, definitely had to make sacrifices on both. Honestly, though, probably the biggest sacrifice I made was my own health and well-being. I very much was especially when I was in my teenage years and really early 20s, I was just I am invincible, I can do anything, and I wasn't really actually giving myself the time to just breathe and have downtime and things like that. So as I'm a bit older, I'm a bit better at that than now.
Yeah, and it's not an easy thing to do just to stay
No.
healthy when you're touring generally.
Yeah,
and the late
totally.
nights and
Totally.
the rock and roll lifestyle.
I'm trying to drink all the water I can. Anytime I see a bottle of water, I'm drink it.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
And do you find the medical stuff to be symbiotic and sort of inspiring? Does it feed what you're doing as a musician a little bit?
I think it does for me. Yeah, I think it definitely does. Twitch, the first song that I just played, is about the first time that I ever operated on a person. So that's sort of definitely a direct correlation.
You are
Yeah.
fascinating. And by the way, Doctor is a hell of a plan B. Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed. Can you
thank you.
remember your first time on stage and what that felt like compared to, you know, what it feels like now, or maybe even better, what it'll feel like tonight on stage at at Kung Fu Necktie?
Yeah, I remember. I was in an even smaller town than Auckland. I was in a town called Whanganui in New Zealand. And I was playing at the Whanganui Savage Club, and I would have been 14. And my mum was there. And it was like an open mic night. Like, it wasn't a big deal. But it was like this town hall. Like, if you can imagine, like a really small town hall. So the stage was like about here. So I was really on top of everyone, and there were quite a few people there. And I remember I borrowed some old crusty man's guitar, and I had really long hair at the time, and he had this guitar strap which had like studs on it. And my hair got like caught in the studs as I was playing, and I played all original songs. And then I was just so nervous, and I got like I got off stage, and I like ripped out half my hair, like trying to take off his thing. Just ripped out a chunk of my hair, which I left on his guitar strap. Yeah, and then my mom was like crying, and she was like really proud, and it was fun.
So it went well, because it could totally go the other way and be horrible and embarrassing
Yeah.
and painful, and you're barfing on stage. Wait, did I read that? Was it Brandon Flowers from The Killers? Somebody, like, their first time on stage was sure that they were the whole time we're gonna just puke the whole entire time. But you found it to be.
I was really nervous, obviously, and I still get nervous. Like, I honestly still do. But I think I think the joy of doing something like that, going out of your comfort zone and like sharing something you've written with people, it's kind of, for me at least, overrides the fear of failure.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, last question.
Mhm.
And I find this, I ask this question pretty regularly, and I find it even more fascinating from bands that are from not from here. But when you first, maybe it was around that 14-year-old time, started to fall in love with music, did you have any posters hanging like on a bedroom wall or in a locker at school?
Yeah.
Any musical posters, and what were they?
I went to boarding school, and I had a poster of Kurt Cobain, and obviously in the studio. And actually, that poster, it's funny you asked me this, because that's the poster that I learned how to play bar chords from. He was playing, like, he's in the studio, he's smoking like a cigarette and playing like an acoustic guitar, and he's playing like a G or something. And I remember I had it in my room for so long. I remember I used to look at it, and I'd be like, one day I was like, I should just try do what he's doing. And I looked at it and I mimicked that chord, and I could like barely play it, but I was like, oh my God, cool. And I remember like a year later, someone told me that you can just move that same hand shape like up and down the neck, and it makes other chords. And I was like, my mind is blown. Like, oh my God, I'm the greatest guitarist in the world now. But yeah, I had that, and then I had a picture of Prince, Purple Rain, and he's got like a full frilly brows and a purple suit on, and he's like that, because I love Prince.
Two of the greats. Do you know what happened to those pictures or posters?
I still have them in my room. I still have them, yeah.
Oh, that is
God.
excellent. I want to see that on Instagram, okay? So at I Hate Miss June,
Yes.
give them a follow, Annabelle, and the band on stage tonight in Philly at Kung Fu Necktie. And the album Bad Luck Party is out. This is so cool. I know it like requires getting up early and long drive and everything for you to be here, and probably cutting back on a little bit of sleep, but we're so glad that you did. And then we got to do this introduction. Annabelle, Miss June, thank you. This was awesome.
Thank
this was
you.
really, really incredible.
Thank you so much for having us.
Are you going to go pedal shopping now?
Yeah, I might have to actually go to a guitar center. But yeah, we'll see everyone at Kung Fu Necktie. I'm so excited to be in Philly. Can I ask you a question?
Oh, sure, 100%.
What do you think about the TV show Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Is it like, do people here like it or don't like it?
No, we like it.
Yeah, I love that TV show. So that's like our main excitement.
Reference
about being here.
point, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. That, and you got to go get yourself some cheesesteaks.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Vegan cheesesteaks exist if that, if that's a
Yes.
thing for
Cool.
you. So enjoy your visit to Philadelphia. We hope to
Thank
see you again
you.
soon. Thanks
Thank
for coming.
you.